seen is a little movie from 1985 called Clue.
Every person in this room has the perfect motive.
Stand back!
For murder.
What do you mean? Murder.
But only one of these suspects is the murderer.
Clue. Oh yes, Clue's
Yes,
amazing.
Clue.
I love Clue. That movie's so good. That
It
movie's
is campy and fun, and it is just enjoyable.
oh
And it has
yeah,
a lot of very talented actors and actresses in it too.
absolutely yeah. It's
You know,
was it
Tim Curry,
Tim
Christopher
Curry,
Lloyd,
Christopher Lloyd, Martin
Michael
Mull, Michael
McKean,
McKean, um,
Madeline Kahn. Like it's just
the
a whole,
woman the
bunch.
woman in the French maid outfit. She was one of my particular
Who
favorites.
is a great actress because of her many talents.
She is a delight. She's a delightful actress. She's
Yes.
very good in that
Mm.
movie. Yes.
Anyway,
Anyways, no, I do
it
tell you
is
that was
it
really
is a
good.
fun little romp, and it also for me is a goal of if I ever make a movie, I want to like just put out 5 different endings that go out to theaters everywhere, and nobody knows which one is the real ending, and I can sit back and
So
laugh.
I want to take it a step further and like have multiple endings and then put it on streaming and then every day change the ending and not say anything. Every day it's a different ending.
um, but you asked me the questions.
Was there a mystery?
There was absolutely a mystery. Who done it?
Who done it?
Who did all the murders?
Who had done all the murders? And Jordan, big twist.
Well, I would absolutely say that, particularly back in the day, there was a big twist because, unlike me, I got all the endings. I got to see
Yeah.
how each thing could have happened. But people, when they first watched this, oh, it was absolutely a twist of you go and you talk to your buddy who watched it last week at a different theater 3 towns over and saw this one ending, and you saw this other ending, and you're left going like, okay, so wait, so then who did do it?
Yeah, right? And yeah, and I don't think it was until the canon ending. They didn't know the canon ending until I think it went to went to video. Like I can't remember when they
Yeah,
eventually announced the
I'm pretty sure that's true.
yeah. Like no, it was either A, B, or C, and nobody knew what the actual ending was until the whole thing where it said, "But this is how it actually happened." That wasn't until it came I want to say VHS, but you know what I mean, home video.
So fun fact that I am just now, as of this moment, learning and bringing to you, the audience, is there was actually a fourth ending that was filmed
Really,
but scrapped.
really, what was
Yes.
it?
Because the Lynn removed it because he later said it really wasn't very good. I looked at it and I thought, no, 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 we've got to get rid of that. And in that ending, Wadsworth committed all the murders. He was motivated by his desire for perfection. Having failed to be either the perfect husband or the perfect butler, he decided to be the perfect murderer instead. Wadsworth reports that he poisoned the champagne the guests drank so they would soon die, leaving no witnesses. The police and the FBI arrive, and Wadsworth is arrested. He breaks free and steals the police car, but his escape is thwarted when 3 police dogs lunge from the back seat. This ending is documented in Clue, the storybook, a tie-in book released in conjunction with the film.
Oh, interesting. I mean, yeah, I think three's enough. Because you got two
Oh,
fake endings and a real ending. Like I don't think a
and
fourth.
uh, another another interesting bit of trivia, which I'm also just now learning. Carrie Fisher was originally cast to portray Miss Scarlet,
I could see it.
but withdrew to enter treatment for drug and alcohol addiction.
Interesting.
Jonathan Lynn's first choice for Wadsworth was Leonard Rossiter, but he died before the filming commenced. The second choice, this would have been a very different movie if this had been what it was. But the second choice was Rowan Atkinson,
Who would he have been?
but it was decided that he would have been the character uh, Wadsworth. He
Oh,
would
he
have
would
been
have
the
been the
one that what's
butler.
his name
Oh,
is.
that would have been
Yeah,
different. That would have been very different.
that would have been a very different.
I don't. Yeah, man.
It
Tim
was
Curry
decided.
crushes that role so hard.
It was the reason why why he didn't do it was because he wasn't sufficiently known at the time.
Really? What year?
Yeah,
What year is this?
1985.
Really? It's that old, huh? For some reason, I always thought that movie came out in the 90s.
And this is kind of ahead of its time. The entire cast received the same salary and billing, despite their different levels of notability at the time.
Really? That's also
Yeah,
interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah. I think it's what 85. Oh yeah, Christopher Lloyd would have been huge. It would have been huge, and I think Martin Mull probably would have been too. Who's the biggest people in there?
apparently there was a book version, novelization,
Interesting.
based on the screenplay.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they wrote Landis Lynn and Ann Matthews wrote a children's adaptation. Paramount Pictures presents Clue, the storybook.
yeah. They used to do that, and then it probably had different scenes and stuff. Those are always fun. I have the Spider-Man 2 version of that in my Audible, where it's the movie
And
book.
yeah, in those novelizations, that's where you got the fourth ending.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't. I see why they cut it because the third ending is already with Wadsworth as the bad guy. So to do that twice is it's redundant. It's not any funnier.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And once again, you
Uh,
have one like two bad endings and one good ending. So it's just it balances it better when it's two endings.
is there anything else I can say that's a fun? Uh, in 2011, they were developing a new version of the movie, which was dropped and then resumed as Hasbro teamed up with Gore to produce and direct. Uh, 2019. Hasbro sought a new rights deal for a Clue film in February 2024.
Interesting.
So we might in future episodes be able to talk about the 2020 whatever version
Yeah.
of Clue and compare it to the original.
I mean, it's a movie where I'm very much like it's a great you sit down with a group of friends and you put it on and you all drink while you watch it kind of movie. It's a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
B movie. Like it's not a good movie by any sense of the imagination, but that's the fun in it. It's got this weird fun charm. And absolutely, it's like yeah, it's like it's like you got these actors to dress up as the characters and play
It's
a live.
like a murder mystery party.
Absolutely. Well, I was just gonna say it's like they're playing a dress up version of Clue, is what it's like.
Yeah,
If you were
yeah.
to do, that's what I would do. I would. That's what if you were to do a remake of this, I would do like yeah, where it's just you show up and it's this. It's just they're doing dress up Clue.
In fact, if I ever could get a group of friends, a big enough group of friends to dress up and do like a murder mystery party, but it's themed around, I'd play it like I'd go to
Oh, for sure.
a party and do this.
Oh,
Like
for
I'd
sure.
do that.
For sure.
Show up dressed up as like Colonel Mustard or whatever, and like you
Yeah.
have to solve and figure out like one of you dies or something, and you as the group have to figure out who did it. Yeah, that sounds
I
dope.
mean, what you do is you
If
have
there isn't a version, if there isn't a version of that game that already exists, then Hasbro needs to get on it and
right.
put that out there
Sh-
because that sounds like a fun evening.
Ship it with costumes or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. And like, I
Yeah,
mean, just have it where the person who dies is Mr. Body, and have that person be like the moderator or whatever. They're the ones reading the
yeah,
instructions and they're moderating the game. It's easy,
yeah.
nice and easy. But yeah, absolutely. That's a detail I like about that movie is how um how they use the names. Like they're like that person
Yeah.
isn't
They're
Mrs. Peacock. They're
aliases.
aliases, and like that's a nice way to include the names, but not actually have to write a character called Miss Scarlet. Like it works. It
Yeah,
works for that movie. Where it's like yeah, and they start to they're not the personalities, but they start to become the personalities of the characters in the game, and I like
yeah.
that because yeah, there are books. There's a series of children's books where there's a Mr. Green character, and he's Mr. Green, and it's they're all basically about solving a mystery, about who killed Mr. Body, and Mr. Body rarely gets to be a character, but yeah,
Um, but no, overall, I enjoy it. I'd recommend it. Um, and has a twist, has a mystery. It's a good movie.
big
That's my first
twist,
pick.
big twist. Okay, for me,